There it goes. Okay. So yeah, this is a prototype. This is a testing build. It may not be perfect. Then again, I don't really do math, so if all of a sudden the math is wrong, I'm probably not going to notice. Let's see, we can't access settings, so it's just really simple done in Unity. We can look at the release notes, which are in another window, so let's not do that. And let's see, if I pull out, then the sound goes away. So maybe we'll be able to access settings when we're in it. But this is playtest. This is just a very early, or I'm not early, but it's a test build. So we'll see what we can get into with this. But yeah, let's just start a run and see how it goes. And if you're interested in it, you can go check it out in the Steam store. And at that link, you can also sign up for the playtest if you like. Waiting for player initializer. Hi there, welcome to our playtest. In this prototype, you'll only be playing battles. This is just an isolated component of the complete Into the Grid experience, which will include map exploration, progression, deeper deck building, and much more. You can check our Steam page for more details on everything the game will encompass on release. Today, we'll be showing you the basics of combat in our game. Let's dive into it. The goal is simple. Drop the enemy's integrity to 0. Jofi, yes, exactly like that kind of game. The kind of turn-based combat, not real-time, not resource gathering, but the kind of turn-based combat like Slay the Spire. We also played a similar one called Backpack Hero. And yeah, we actually just played one called Jupiter Moon's Mecha, where you are playing your hand and you're just trying to drop their health, or in this case integrity, to 0, and you'll have cards that modify things, as will they. This is your own integrity. Try to lose as little of it as possible. Why do I feel like the game is coming for me like that? And I like this in games. You can also check the enemy's intent here. This is what they will do after you end your turn, so plan accordingly. And any passive ability the enemy has will be shown here. Okay, to play a card, drag and drop it in front of the enemy. You return a selected card to your hand by pressing right click. Try it now. Okay, so they're going to deal generic damage to me at the end of my turn. Their passive is at the end of each round. They gain two protected status, which I'm guessing is block. And I have the option 2. Okay, amped code / deal 20 damage if you have at least 10 Vim virtual memory, then deal 40, and then decompile. So, okay, so decompile is like the card will vanish until the next actual encounter. Code / deal 20 damage, and then cyber shell, gain 20 buffer. Well, we're gonna do this one first. Okay, playing cards costs clock. That was a very difficult sentence to say fast. You can see the clock cost of a card in the upper left corner. It's this big number right here. Okay. And currently we can do 3 moves per turn. The cards you play or discard. Sorry, am I on? Yeah, wait. There we go. The cards you play or discard at the end of your turn go here. This is your repo. Very clever. Repository. It contains the cards still available to be drawn. If you ever need to draw a card and your repo is empty, your recycler will be shuffled and form your new repo. Okay. So it's going to do damage to us. There's no way to block all of it, so we will do this. And a little more. Oh, I see. By playing these, they actually give us virtual memory. Got it. Okay, so we've done our 3 moves. Ending our turn. Oh, can we access settings from here? Not yet. Okay. Okay, so it did 10 damage to us total because it hit 20. It blocked 20. Okay, commands and Vim. Besides playing cards, or VIM, I say Vim because I loved the movie The Apple and Mr. Anyway, you have another tool at your disposal, commands. Commands are powerful skills that can be activated by spending virtual memory. Most cards you play will generate some amount of virtual memory. You can check how much here. You can check your current virtual memory here. Virtual memory carries over between turns, but not between battles. Okay, on their turn, they're going to gain more block. They already gain block each turn. So, do I have anything that has a command? Okay, interesting. So again, if I... Alright, well, let's go ahead and code slash. Do 20 damage. That gets that up. I don't think I'm going to get enough. Because, yeah, I mean, I can gain 20. That gives me one. Yeah, I don't have enough. So we'll do this to gain another one. And interesting. And then, yeah, we will go ahead and do that. Oh, interesting. So we can now send commands regardless. So we have commands over here on the side. One, we can just gain one protected. It's a minor command. Two, we can fetch a card from our repo, so we can draw a card. And at 17 virtual memory, we can draw 2 cards and gain 2 clocks. So that's a powerful effect to have. All right. And it looks like our max of that is 20. So, okay. All right, so we've got 10 virtual memory. Ooh, combust field. You're going to deal 30 damage and gain 2 protected. That's rude. Okay, well then I'm going to use this to gain 40 protected, and then that card is just going to go away. Okay. Now we will deal... see, all we can do is break through. Okay, we're going to go ahead and break through. I think... Let's fetch a card. Oh. Nah. Okay, never mind. No, I mean, no. Can I not use that? I can't. So I have to. Okay, so if I do the command, I have to use it. All right, then we will do. We'll just grab amped code. Actually, no, we won't do that. Yeah, we will, because we'll keep it. So, all right, that brings that into our hand. We have 1 clock, so we'll go ahead and generate an extra virtual memory. And then we'll do an amped code slash on you. And end our turn. Ouch. But she didn't get through my buffer. But like you're expecting, you don't keep your block at the end of the turn. So you don't keep that protected status. So it goes away each time. Okay, so all I can do here is 20. 20. And 20. Beta Spider Tank is done. Okay, the Sentinel Ice has been defeated. Choose a program to add to your repository. Okay, so the Hoplite, you deal 15 damage and gain 15 block. You gain 8 block if you use a command this turn, draw 1. And Memory Cloak if you... Okay, we're gonna go simple with the Hoplite. Although I like the fact that these are 0. We'll go ahead and add that. A beta photon core. I also like the generated background for this one. So HG Silver, recently there was Steam had a deck builders fest. So there were a lot of games that were very similar in deck building, card battling, roguelike mechanics. So I've been kind of finding some that are like what I played before. So we played one that was Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, which is sort of a blackjack based one. I played a few fantasy based ones, and then this one and Jupiter Moon's Mech were new because they weren't fantasy based. This one being based on Cyberpunk, and Jupiter Moon's Mecha based off of like mech battles. So I've been looking for different ones, and I like them. They sometimes do require more math, but I also really like collectible card games. The art for them is always very pretty to me, so I just really, really like them. Okay, you're gonna harden. I feel like that's a Pokemon move. Your passive is, at the end of each round, self-inflict 1 exposed. Is that because the core is exposed? Interesting. Okay, so let's start on the attack. And we'll do 50 more damage and get some buffer. And then we'll use this. Okay, and I end my turn. Okay, exposed. Each point increases incoming damage by 5% for the rest of the encounter. Okay, so it's going to deal 20 damage to me, but it's going to prepare a powerful attack for the next turn, so I need to get on it. But it will take more damage from me right now if I hit it, which is reflected on my cards. So let's see if we can... Okay, we're going to try this. We're going to Code Slash for 21. We're going to gain 20 buffer. And then because we have 10 virtual memory, we're going to actually deal 42 points of damage. And then it's going to decompile this card. Okay, so we can now... we should be able to absorb the 20 with our buffer. And then the next turn, it's going to prepare a very powerful attack. So this should be interesting. Photon Beam deals 75 damage. So we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So yeah, just no. All right. We have once again defeated it, so we enhance our repo with... Ooh. Oh, I see. Okay, so my bad. Protected doesn't just give you buffer. Protected actually amplifies the buffer gain. This is interesting. So we can also skip our repository entries. This is nice. Also, the Guild Heist. Deal 26 damage and deal and draw a card. I think I like Plutus Protection. And because we are in the, a metabot, I also really like the artwork on this. Because we are playing the playtest, we're not going to see any story or anything else. We're not going to explore. It's just going to kind of be battle after battle. So we won't play this for very long because we'll kind of get the point. Okay, its passive is at the end of each round, gain 10 buffer. It's going to deal 30 damage to me. So I should just use this. And I may as well deal a little damage in return. And then end my turn. Okay, so I was wondering if this counted down. It doesn't, so I need things that I can use to count up my passive statuses throughout. Okay, it's now going to inflict exposed on me. Exposed means that I take more damage from attacks. So there's not much I can do to stop this. So again, I just have to sort of like any card game, you need to take them out as soon as possible. All right, I don't have 10. Can I get 10 from my cards? Okay, we are going to use the hoplite to deal some damage. And then we will deal some more damage. We'll continue. We'll just continue. We'll just keep generating extra, and then there. Okay. All right. So now you've assigned this to me. So each point. So now incoming damage is increased by 5% well now 10% for the rest of the encounter. All right. You are going to deal 44 with an impale attack. We should not take that damage if we can avoid it. So we're going to use amped cyber shell, which will give me 46 buffer. So now the damage has been dealt with, rather mitigated. And I'm just going to do damage to you. Okay, so I should be able to survive this turn. And you're going to deal 33 points of damage, so it is time for me to come out on the offensive if I can. Which I can. Okay. So yeah, it's... Ooh. See, this is the problem, is the cards are just nice. They're just cool. Okay, this sounds like... Okay, this is a new one. This is a protocol. Which seems like it's an always active passive. Whenever you use a command, deal 20 damage. So that would be good to just have around. However... I haven't... Oh, interesting. This deals 24 damage and then doubles the virtual memory you generate by the next red border card. And then this deals 37 damage and inflict... Okay, we're going to take the Ignition Protocol, also because it looks like Phoenix. Okay, yeah, the backgrounds are very cool. Oh, interesting. The Beta Corruptor. Its passive is at the end of each round it adds one corrupted data card to the repo. Is it adding it to mine or to its own? It must be adding it to mine, so it's going to fill my deck with cards that I either don't want or can't use. That's fun. That's great. Okay, well, we're going to use this first. Then we are going to do some damage and end the turn. Oh, wow. Yeah, it added 2 unplayable data cards. Oh, no, this is going to suck. It's like, it is very much like the enemies that just fill your deck with stuff that you can't use, don't need, etc. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, you're going to do 44 points of damage, so it's time to buffer up. We're going to use the hoplite. And then we're just going to deal more damage to you. Because yikes. Oh, might as well go ahead and keep that too. Okay. So yeah, I now have these cards that I can't use. But I am going to play this. So protocols are special cards with effects that last the entire combat. Once played, they get removed from your deck until the next battle. You can recognize them by their purple frame. You can see your active protocol effects and all other effects here. So yeah, whenever I use a command, I deal 25 damage. The commands are, again, over here. So this could be an interesting strategy, is if I'm dealing 25 damage every time I use a command, if I build up my virtual memory and then just spam these commands, that's another way to deal damage. However, right now, I'm going to use my amped code slash, which is going to deal 40 damage and remove it from the game. And these are just, okay, so yeah, they're just useful. Useless. I'm kind of curious how this is going to work, so I'm going to use this. Okay, and doing that did 25 25 damage. Interesting. Okay. All right. You're going to keep stacking my deck with those crappy cards, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, so once again, you're going to deal 44 points of damage. Pike, you have big old Pike here. So I'm going to gain... Yeah, I'm going to do this first. Then gain 48, just in case, and then deal more damage. So all I'm doing is gaining this turn. And I'm going to use this again to knock your shield out of the way. Oh, so you can't do the same thing more than once a turn. Got it. Okay. So it didn't hurt too much, but you're adding more to my deck. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And all you're going to do is gain more buffer this time, so I should actually be attacking as swiftly as possible. So here, I'm going to use the command to hit you for more. And then I should generate an extra one this turn, so okay. Yeah, you're being a butt. I also see that we're in combat 4 of 9, so it looks like at the very least the first thing you'll deal with in the playtest is 9 battles that seem to be of increasing complexity. Okay, you're going to deal 44 points of damage, so just got to come out attacking. But mainly you're filling my deck with cards I can't use. All right, so we're gonna do this and this, and that's you done. Okay. Now I don't have any of these types of cards yet. This is interesting. Hey, Motherly Ship. Okay, Cranium Rush is interesting. So if you're not at maximum virtual memory, you inflict exposed on yourself, which is a way to essentially say, I'm going to stay up there. Memory Beacon, you gain 2 clock. If you have max Vim, then you gain 3 clock and draw 2 cards. So we're going to add you. And is it going to tell us what? Okay, no. Let's go to the help here. Oh, that is just a link. That's a link to leave feedback. My bad. Okay, so this is cool. I mean, I like the art. I wish you could zoom in to see them a little bit more. Next turn, cards will be decreased. What? I didn't do... What? That's rude. Oh. Wait. That's rude. So the beta suppressor has a disarm passive. The runner draws 1 less card each turn after the first turn. Eventually, I'm not going to be drawing any cards. That sucks. However, I feel like we've had a good look at what Into the Grid is like so far. So it is going to be that cyberpunk based net running style of card based deck builder roguelike. The the vibe is extraordinarily cyberpunk. So if you're into that and you're looking for a card game that isn't set in the usual fantasy genre, I think that you'll enjoy it. And then it has these added abilities, these kind of added unique flavors of you're also gaining virtual memory to run commands. Sorry, my computer's about to make noise. To run commands while you're playing, and those can sort of be a wild card for you. Or you can use this virtual memory to power the effects of other cards. So it's kind of cool. As I said, let me hop out to the main menu. If you find Into the Grid interesting, definitely go ahead and, oops, I keep clicking inside the game, which then clicks on their website. But yeah, if you find it interesting, hop over to the Steam store page, take a look. You can apply for the playtest. I did and got into the playtest pretty easily. And yeah, it's cool because I like seeing how more of these card playing roguelikes are showing up, and how while the mechanics for all of them are very similar at heart, they each try to add something that's a little bit of a spin, a little bit of a flavor. So yeah, Into the Grid's pretty cool. So let's exit out of this. I was talking and I completely forgot to be on camera. Oopsie.